Welcome to our channel. Today, we're diving into the wild and terrifying world of wolf attacks. From the frozen wastelands of the Arctic to the dense forests of North America, wolves have long been feared and revered in equal measure. They are apex predators, masters of their domain, and their interactions with humans can be both awe-inspiring and terrifying. In this series, we will journey across the globe to uncover 10 harrowing tales of wolf attacks. These are stories of survival, of courage in the face of unimaginable danger, and of the raw power of nature. #10. The bustling city of Kirov, Russia. A group of children were playing in a park, their laughter echoing through the trees, oblivious to the danger lurking nearby. A lone wolf, driven by hunger or perhaps desperation, had entered the city limits. With a sudden burst of speed, the wolf lunged, its jaws snapping shut on the arm of a young girl. Screams pierced the air as chaos erupted. By the time help arrived, the girl had sustained serious injuries, a stark reminder of the unpredictable nature of the wild. The Kirov attack sent shockwaves through the community, a chilling testament to the fact that even in the heart of civilization, the wild is never truly far away. #9. Candace Berner, a young teacher with a passion for adventure, had made Alaska her home. But on a routine jog near the town of Chignik Lake, her idyllic world would be shattered. A pack of wolves, their hunger sharpened by the approaching winter, had caught her scent. They moved with a chilling silence, their powerful legs carrying them effortlessly across the snow. Candace, sensing movement in the periphery, turned just in time to see the pack emerge from the trees, their eyes burning with a primal hunger. She ran, her breath catching in her throat, but the wolves were faster. They surrounded her, their snarls echoing through the twilight. The Alaskan wilderness, so often a source of peace and inspiration, had claimed another life, a tragic reminder of the untamed power of nature. #8. Deep in the Canadian wilderness, a young man named Travis was enjoying a solitary camping trip. As darkness descended, Travis retreated to his tent, the crackling fire providing a sense of warmth and security. But as he drifted off to sleep, the silence of the night was shattered by a blood-curdling howl. Travis sat bolt upright, his heart pounding in his chest. The howl came again, closer this time, followed by the sound of heavy panting just outside his tent. The canvas of his tent ripped open, claws raked at his sleeping bag. Travis, fueled by adrenaline, fought back, kicking and screaming as the wolf lunged again and again. He managed to grab his hunting knife, the cold steel offering a glimmer of hope in the face of certain death. Finally, as quickly as it began, the attack ceased. The wolf retreated into the darkness, leaving him battered, bruised, and barely alive. #7. The dense forests of Minnesota, known for their tranquil beauty, hold a dark secret. A history of encounters between humans and one of nature's most elusive predators, wolves. Our story takes us deep into the heart of these woods, where a seasoned camper named Emily was enjoying a night under the stars. As Emily drifted off to sleep, a sense of unease settled over her. The forest, usually so peaceful, seemed to hum with a strange energy. Suddenly, a twig snapped, breaking the silence. Through the darkness, she saw the unmistakable silhouette of a wolf, its eyes gleaming in the firelight. Thinking quickly, Emily grabbed a burning log from the fire and hurled it at the wolf. The flames momentarily blinded the creature, giving Emily just enough time to scramble to her feet and grab her backpack. She sprinted towards her car, adrenaline coursing through her veins, the image of the wolf's glowing eyes seared into her memory. Finally, the engine roared to life and Emily sped away, leaving the dark embrace of the forest behind her. #6. The rugged landscape of Idaho is home to a hardy breed of ranchers, men and women who work tirelessly to protect their livestock and way of life. For one rancher, the vast wilderness became the setting for a terrifying ordeal. John, a seasoned rancher, was checking on his cattle one crisp morning. He noticed a disturbance among the cattle. Suddenly, a large gray wolf darted out, teeth bared. The wolf lunged, knocking John from his horse. The wolf circled John, eyes burning with hunger. John drew his rifle, the metallic click echoing. The wolf hesitated, then charged. A deafening blast split the air. The wolf struck, yelped, and disappeared. John, bruised but alive, slowly got to his feet. #5? The Laurentian Mountains of Quebec, Canada, are a hiker's paradise. One autumn afternoon, Marie was hiking alone. She noticed large canine tracks in the soft earth. Suddenly, she heard a growl and saw a gray wolf. Marie stood her ground, raising her hiking poles. The wolf lunged and she struck it with her poles. The wolf yelped and retreated. Marie backed away, then ran to safety. Now that was a close call. #4. The vast Alaskan wilderness, a land of towering mountains and unforgiving terrain, has always held a certain allure for hunters seeking a true test of their skills. But for one seasoned hunter, a routine expedition would become a desperate fight for survival. Mark, an experienced outdoorsman, had ventured deep into the Alaskan backcountry in pursuit of caribou. As dusk approached, Mark decided to set up camp for the night. Suddenly, a blood-curdling howl pierced the stillness, followed by another and another. Mark, his heart pounding in his chest, knew instantly that he was surrounded by wolves. He grabbed his rifle, his senses on high alert. A pack of wolves emerged from the trees, their eyes gleaming in the firelight. Mark fired a warning shot into the air. The wolves hesitated for a moment, then, as if on cue, they charged. Mark fired again and again, the air thick with the smell of gunpowder. He managed to drop a few of the wolves, but the pack was relentless, efficiently ushering our friend Mark into that great beyond. #3. In the quiet suburbs of Ontario, Canada, where manicured lawns meet the edge of the forest, the line between civilization and the wild can often seem blurred. But for one family, that line would be brutally redrawn on a sunny afternoon. Young Emily was playing in her backyard, her laughter carrying on the gentle breeze. Unbeknownst to them, a wolf had been lurking in the woods bordering their property, drawn by the scent of food and the promise of an easy target. As Emily played near the edge of the yard, the wolf saw its chance. It slipped through a gap in the fence, moving with a speed and agility that belied its size. Suddenly, the wolf lunged, its jaws clamping down on Emily's arm. The force of the attack knocked her to the ground, her screams piercing the peaceful afternoon. Her parents, alerted by the commotion, rushed outside to find their daughter in the clutches of a wild animal, but the sight of the beast froze them in terror. Little Emily didn't have a chance as she was dragged into the brush. #2. The Siberian wilderness, a vast expanse of frozen tundra and dense forests, is home to some of the world's most resilient creatures, including the majestic but fearsome Siberian wolf. In a remote village, nestled deep within the Siberian taiga, a lone traveler named Dmitry was making his way home after a long journey. As darkness enveloped the forest, Dmitry noticed a set of tracks following his own. They were large canine tracks, and they sent a shiver down his spine. Suddenly, Dmitry heard a low growl behind him. He whirled around to see a pack of wolves emerge from the trees, their eyes gleaming like icy embers in the fading light. Fear pulsed through Dmitry's veins as the wolves fanned out, surrounding him. He knew that running would be futile, so he stood his ground, his heart pounding against his ribs. He raised his hands above his head, hoping to make himself appear larger and less threatening. The wolves hesitated for a moment, then lunged. Dmitry fought back with all his might, using his walking stick to fend off the attackers. I think we all know how this ended for poor Dmitry. #1. Yellowstone National Park, a land of geysers, hot springs, and abundant wildlife, draws millions of visitors each year, eager to experience its raw beauty. A group of tourists, armed with cameras and a sense of adventure, were exploring the park's vast wilderness. As the tourists rounded a bend in the trail, they stumbled upon a lone wolf, its coat the color of storm clouds, standing in the middle of the path. The tourists, initially mesmerized by the wolf's presence, began snapping photos, their lenses capturing the creature's every move. As the tourists edged closer, the wolf let out a low growl, a warning that sent a ripple of unease through the group. Lucky for them, they received the message loud and clear. The group slowly retreated in fear. Thank you for watching. Remember, while wolves are fascinating creatures, they are also wild animals that deserve our respect. Stay safe and stay informed. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more gripping content. Until next time, remember to appreciate the wild, but always err on the side of caution.